Hello. So what I want you to do for math on these next couple of days is just to talk about measurement. So talk about length and height of anything at all. So anything you can find. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to look at length and height. And I decided to do it outside because it is gorgeous outside and there are so many different things that you can look at outside that have to do with length and height. If you're inside, same thing, just find anything, lay them next to each other, look at the length, talk about the height. So with length, you'll talk about which one is longer. And with height you'll talk about which one is taller and shorter. So those are your math words. The first thing I'm going to do is length, and you will not be seeing me for the rest of this because I'm going to flip it around so you can see what I am working with. Okay, so I walked around and I found 4 sticks laying in my yard. These were already laying down. I didn't pull them off of trees. And I'm talking about the length. So for length, I want to lay them all out. And so far, I'm not looking at the length, just laying them all next to each other. And let's see if we can talk about these sticks. So first, let's look at these 2 sticks. Between those 2, which one is longer? Which one goes on for longer? Right, this top one. The top one is longer, which would mean this one is shorter. It's smaller. It's not as long as the top one. Let's add another one. Okay. Some of them get to be pretty close if we actually lay them out at the end. Let's see. Can you tell which one's a little bit longer? I want to put the longest one on top. I can't quite tell. Let's look at these right next to each other. Now that they're right next to each other, I can tell that this dark one is longer. So let's go. Now they're in order of longest to shortest. And I have one more. Lay it right here. Oh, it's close. Can you tell which one's just a little bit longer? This one goes to right here. So the one on top is longer. So now I have my sticks in order from longest to shortest. I just ordered 4 sticks. Longest to shortest. Easy peasy. You could do that with any sticks you find in your yard. Okay. Now, for height, I could just change the sticks so that they're standing up like this. But then you're going to get the same result. So I'm going to use 2 different things. Again, these are things that I already had outside. You could use sticks, you could use rocks if you want to stand them up, but I really want you to try and find things that stand on their own because that's how we measure height. Like we measure the height of ourselves because we're standing. So we measure things when we're standing. Usually if you're taking your height at the doctor's office, you do it while you're standing, not laying down. So I'm going to show you, I have 2 different sets of chairs that I'm going to use to measure height. So let's walk over here. Here are my first chairs. And remember, when we're talking about height, we're talking about which one is taller and which one is shorter. So which chair is taller? Is it, how do I get my finger? This chair or this chair? Which one is taller? The one that goes higher. Yep, this one. So this one is taller, which means it is higher. This one has more height. If this one's taller, we would say this one is shorter. It has less height. That one is shorter. Good. Okay, so again, those are just 2 chairs that I had outside. I moved them so they're right next to each other. You want them nice and tight together so you can really tell which one is taller and shorter when you're comparing the height of objects. Here's the next one. This one's really cool. You might see these at the beach. I have these chairs that you can change the height of the back. So the back lifts up and down and up and down, and you can change the height. So one of them, this one, I have it the highest that it goes, and this one I have it the shortest that it goes. So this one is higher. It's as tall as it goes. That's the tallest it can get. And this one is shorter. That's as short as it can get. So which one has more height? Which one is higher? This one is higher. Awesome. And that's all that I do. So that's all I did. I just came outside. I found a bunch of different things. I looked at the length. I looked at the height. That only took me 5 minutes. And I really start to understand length and height better. And that was only 5 minutes. That was an easy peasy, quick lesson. So maybe today you want to do height and find a bunch of different things to look at the height of. And tomorrow you want to do length and find a bunch of different things. Or maybe today you want to go outside and tomorrow you stay inside. Whatever you want to do, make sure you're just finding any objects and comparing the length and the height of them. Like I said, you can use the same objects, but for height it's better to find things that stand up. So you could even just look at trees or bushes or your flowers that are growing, any plant stems, look at the height of those. Those would all be good. And length, just lay the things right next to each other and compare the length. Awesome, have fun measuring, you guys. That is your math for the next couple days. Have fun!